Yo, yo, did you just see that was Monday Night Raw? That was the ending of Monday Night Raw. That was absolutely insane. That was crazy. That was perfect. That was everything that it needed to be. That is how you end a Monday Night Raw. That if you want to talk about John Cena catching you off guard by turning heel, you want to talk about Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble catching you off guard, where some of us have predicted it. I'm one of those people where I thought Jey Uso had a chance to win the Royal Rumble. I'm one of those people that thought John Cena had a chance to turn heel. I don't think anyone, there's not a soul on this planet that can tell me that they predicted that IYO Sky would win the women's championship and defeat Rhea Ripley tonight. I was shocked. The match was a banger, of course. Of course, the match was fire. I don't think anybody denied that this match wasn't going to cook. But IYO Sky defeated Bianca Belair. Bro, I'm in shock. Like, dog, I cannot believe that that just happened. In the words of Booker T, tell me I did not just see that. Tell me that IYO Sky is going to WrestleMania. Not only going to WrestleMania, but she's going in as the women's champion. Bro, I'm in complete shock. What? There's one thing that the legendary Bully Ray states. He always talks about shock and awe. Bully Ray from Busted Open always talks about shock and awe and how you can still surprise people in this day and age where everybody thinks they know everything and you have the dumbass dirt sheets and shit like that. Nobody knew this was going to happen. And I'm so excited and I'm so hyped because this happened in the women's division where they needed it most. No other division needed this type of shock and awe than the women's division. And what's perfect about it is they did it just within the division. There was no big like Becky Lynch return tonight or anything. They did shock and awe with just the three women that they currently use: Rhea Ripley, IYO Sky, and Bianca Belair. So now it will be Bianca Belair versus IYO Sky for the World Heavyweight title. Y'all got to talk to me about that. Like, what? Bianca Belair versus IYO Sky for the title? We got to talk about that, guys. What? I don't, bro. There was so much on this Monday Night Raw we got to talk about. Let's talk about. We got to talk about the Creed brothers. The Creed brothers and the Viking Raiders. They put on a show. I know you got Gable, All American Made, Gable, and the Creed brothers as a stable against, and then like Gable's on in like Mexico or something, trying to learn about luchadors, how to deal with luchadors. I do think eventually Ray Phoenix from AEW is gonna come in, and then it's gonna be the Lucha Bros, can have something to do with the New Day. That would be cool. But the Creed brothers are dogs. Bro, I'm telling you, there's something about Julius Creed. He can be special because that man is so athletically gifted. It's not even funny. Even Ivy Nile in that ring with Lyra, like Ivy Nile's strength is just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense how strong she really is. Like this Raw had some stuff on it, and we got to talk about CM Punk and Seth Rollins, bro. That is how you start a show. That is how you absolutely start a show. CM Punk came out there on fire. CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk came out talking that talk. CM Punk came out talking to John Cena. CM Punk came out talking to The Rock. CM Punk came out pissed off. And the best thing and the best part about all of that is this. That might have been the best promo CM Punk has done since he's came back. Then you had this between CM Punk and Seth Rollins, the segment with Braun Breaker and Finn, and I believe there was one more, Jey Uso and Gunther. The model of this show tonight was everybody's crashing out. That was the whole model of Monday Night Raw. Was that, all right, we're going to have great matches and we're going to cash out. We're going to just crash the fuck out. Because that's what everyone did tonight. Every single person on this show crashed out. This show was absolutely incredible. What? If this is how you start Monday, the road to WrestleMania, this is, what more do you want? And then you have Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Or does Rhea Ripley find her way into this? There's so many things you can do at WrestleMania, but even with just Io Sky and Bianca Belair, because technically Bianca Belair is undefeated at WrestleMania. Does Io Sky beat Bianca Belair? Does Io Sky end her streak? Bro, there's so many interesting things you can do with that. And now, while we're live, there was something that happened after Raw. Obviously not on TV, but this is on the Twitter sphere. So I'm gonna pull out my phone real quick. Becky Lynch wrote this after CM Punk told Becky Lynch live on television to come get her man. Somebody posted that CM Punk and Roxanne Perez had matching gear for Elimination Chamber. And Becky Lynch wrote, catching up on Raw, ... I don't think I'm the one who needs to come get my man. What? Now, do I think this will happen? Obviously not. No, I don't think this will happen. We do have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage match in Madison Square Garden next week. But CM Punk and AJ Lee in a tag match against Seth and Becky, I would pay money to see that. I have been dying for AJ Lee to make her return. I've been begging for AJ Lee to make her return. What she could do for that women's division, groundbreaking. What she would be able to do. Do I see it happening? Probably not. Unfortunately not. There were so many times I'm like, AJ Lee's returning, and it's never happened. But am I still going to keep wishing for it? You damn right I will. But it's the same thing with Becky. I've been waiting for Becky to make her return. We all have been waiting for Becky to make their returns. This show, like, if there's one thing about this road to WrestleMania, and there's one thing about the booking of this show with Triple H, it's very simple. We have no idea what the fuck is next. Nobody knows what's next, period, on any of these shows. You can't predict any of this, and that's what makes it special. There's not a soul on this planet who could tell me that they predicted Io Sky beating Rhea Ripley on Raw for the women's title. Nobody can tell me that they thought that was going to happen. I know I didn't. I thought I had Io and Dakota Kai winning the tag titles at WrestleMania. But now, Rhea Ripley does get a rematch clause. So, with Rhea Ripley getting her rematch clause because she was a champion, is it going to be Io versus Rhea versus Bianca? And in that triple threat match, does Jade screw Bianca Belair out of winning the title and causing her to lose at WrestleMania? I mean, shit, bro, it's a possibility. That's a very big possibility of a match that can happen at WrestleMania, and that's something that could possibly be special. I'm all for it. Like, that could be something that's very dope, very interesting, and very new. Like, Bianca versus Io versus Rhea. Now, that can be a show stealer for sure. That can be one of those sneaky show stealing matches on the card. Bro, what? Like, and then you still have Penta and Ludwig Kaiser. Like, they're having their thing. Bro, this Raw had so much on this Raw. Like, WrestleMania is a month and a half away. And the amount of different ways pulled back and forth that this can go can be generational. Like, this build is already off to a very hot start, because next week when CM Punk and Seth Rollins go head to head in that steel cage match, and you know they're going to do something where Seth Rollins is about to win the match, and when Roman Reigns music hits in Madison Square Garden, the roof is going to blow off the garden when the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, returns next week and takes out Seth Rollins. Oh my God, to have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at WrestleMania, that's just insane to have. And when the funny thing about, if you do Roman Reigns versus Seth versus CM Punk, the real question is, what the fuck is the favor? Because if they're just all fighting and that's the match they make at WrestleMania, that's going to main event night one. I love Jey Uso. I love Gunther. Honestly, I do think Jey Uso versus Gunther should open up night one. That'd be the perfect way to get the vibes started going very well, is if you open with Gunther and Jey Uso, have that crowd going crazy. Or it could be in the middle of the show. I'm not mad at that either. But there is no doubt in my mind, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk will will end night one of WrestleMania. Bottom line, this show was absolutely fire. I don't understand how anybody can tell me that they genuinely didn't like this show. I thought this show was very dope and it was very strong. This show cooked on all levels. There's so many different things that can happen and can go on from this one show. It's built so many layers. The only layers that weren't kind of built and started to be generated and put together, because like you already got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. The athleticism in that match alone can be crazy. Very underrated. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Sign me up. Then you got this whole shit going on with Finn Balor. Finn Balor versus Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. I don't know how I really feel about it, but I'm kind of like, all right, Finn Balor deserve it. Cool. They're starting their feud. Like, bro, I can't believe we have a month of WrestleMania. And on top of that, what's gonna make these shows even better, even crazier, and even wilder is that aren't they getting ready to go on their European tour? All these European Raws and SmackDowns are going to be wild, energy on 1,000. The only thing that scares me about that is them crowds don't know how to be quiet because they're just so happy and they just be wilding out. How are these promos gonna go? That's going to be another interesting thing. To see where we go on this road that we call WrestleMania. This can be a very, very special build to WrestleMania. And more importantly, this is a very special time in WWE. Like, if you weren't here in 2019 where it was a struggle, if you weren't here in 2020 for the eye for an eye match and Rey Mysterio got his eye ripped out by Seth Rollins, if you weren't here for the Bray Wyatt rest in peace versus Braun Strowman match, if you weren't here for the foolishness, don't tell me about it. You don't know how, then you don't fully appreciate how good wrestling is today. Wrestling is all about peaks and valleys. There's always been peaks and valleys in the WWE. There's been times where it was fire, and there was times where it was kind of trash. That's really how it goes. Right now, wrestling is scorching hot. Wrestling is on fire right now. And if you can't enjoy this road to WrestleMania that we're on right now, I don't know if the WWE television is for you, because they are making stars. They are selling out everywhere, and they're creating genuine pops every single night. Rhea Ripley is a star in her own. IYO Sky is an athletic, incredible talent. And for the fact that IYO Sky is your new women's champion, that is a statement. That is a statement. Are you kidding me? And then you have Jey Uso and Gunther? Come on, bro. What? Like, this may be one of the most brolic mid cards I've seen in a long time. Like, the mid card, not even. We know John Cena versus Cody Rhodes is going to main event the show. We all know that. This whole show still had that feeling and that effect of what we saw Saturday night. This entire Raw, you saw it throughout the night of John Cena and Cody Rhodes. You saw it throughout the night of John Cena's heel turn. All throughout this night, you saw that. And that effect gloomed all over the show. And the show didn't suffer. And that's the beautiful part. Will SmackDown suffer? It might. Because SmackDown still is 3 hours long. And it's unnecessary that it's 3 hours long. But I'm interested to see what Cody Rhodes has to say. What does Cody Rhodes say on SmackDown? Does Cody Rhodes come out just pissed off, looking to fight? Probably end up fighting solo for some reason? Or does Cody come out and give like a passionate promo? Does Cody come out and talk and be like, damn, like, you were the role model I was following. I was following your footsteps to be the guy here and do it the right way, to be a superhero to these kids. And CM Punk said it tonight. You sold out. You abandoned all the boys and all the kids around the world who love you and appreciate you. CM Punk said, you're going to make a wish that you never did this. Excuse me? Like, SummerSlam is 2 nights this year in MetLife Stadium. And if there's a way we can get the CM Punk versus John Cena, I don't know. Sign me up. Sign me up. John Cena was an all-time great already. If John Cena never went on this whole year run and just announced in Toronto that he was retiring, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. I don't think anybody here would doubt that John Cena is a Hall of Famer. If you doubt John Cena is a Hall of Famer, go buy somewhere. But this run, John Cena could potentially go on, and with the amount of talent that he can potentially work with, this run could be John Cena's best. He could end his career scorching hot as a heel, and as if he wins the 17th championship as a heel. And speaking of John Cena, what would make John Cena's heel run even crazier? What if John Cena stripped everything away? What if John Cena came out on Monday Night Raw? I believe that's the next show. It's in Europe, I know. What if John Cena came out on Monday Night Raw? There was no Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect t-shirt. There was no headbands. There was no hats, no wristbands, none of that. What if John Cena normally came out in a suit? What if you didn't hear that normal John Cena music that we're so accustomed to hearing, that we love? What if funny it would be if John Cena came out to, I'm a bad man with the mic on my hands, I'm a bad man. If you know, that's off the My Time Is Now album back in the day. If you know that one, you're a real one. What if John Cena has new theme music? And knowing John Cena to be an ultimate heel, it'll probably be by Def Rebel. And if you know what that means, it'll probably be trash. I'm saying, like, what if he took all of that away? Like, if John Cena is going to break all the hearts of all these children around the world that love him, you stomp on it and you crush it to pieces. That's genuinely how I feel. Because John Cena now is a heel. John Cena sold his soul to The Rock. And a lot of people are like asking, like, oh, why would John Cena do this? Well, let's be real here. Would John Cena go full Hollywood and do as good as he is without The Rock doing it first? Probably not. A lot of wrestlers did go to Hollywood. Andre had what? Andre the Giant had Princess and the Bride. Hulk Hogan had a bunch of movies. I know he was in Rocky for one. Roddy Piper was in a couple of movies. WCW had their own movie, Ready to Rumble. Wrestlers have been in and out of Hollywood all their lives. Nobody had a better Hollywood career than than The Rock did. The Rock had the biggest Hollywood career, period. And I don't think anybody would argue that. When The Rock came back in 2012, John Cena was running things. And John Cena hated that The Rock was a part-timer coming in and out and taking advantage of everything. The Rock basically was just like, you'll thank me later. John Cena took that ball and did everything that The Rock did. So technically, John Cena's been following The Rock ever since. And now, John Cena's in his most desperate part of his career. He's carrying two traits. He loves the WWE, but he loves doing films. And it's time for him to retire. Father Time gets everybody. And for John Cena to have John Cena hasn't won a singles match since 2018? And for John Cena to have the best run of his career, why not sell your soul to The Rock? Why not sell your soul to a man who made $88 million in one goddamn year? That's how special this story could be. And what this story will do, it will make Cody a generational babyface. And let me just explain. I see the comment. I'm going to read the comment in a second. Let me explain one thing. One just possibility that they have. If you do John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, if John Cena is beating up on Cody, and say Cody puts John Cena in the crossroads, Rock pulls the referee out, they're beating up Cody. What if that glass breaks? What if Stone Cold makes his entrance and walks out? That crowd is going to go stupid. And to see one more face off with Stone Cold and The Rock. Stone Cold stuns The Rock, and then say stuns John Cena. Cody Rhodes beats John Cena. The crowd would not only would the crowd go crazy, that limelight that would put Cody in is crazy. And then, even if they don't do that, if John Cena ends up beating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 and getting that 17th title, then you have the babyface back in a chase. And obviously, as you see from the finish the story angle, Cody Rhodes is so good at being hungry and chasing the title. Because then what if you have the second match at SummerSlam? Because if John Cena wins the title, John Cena gonna be gone with the title. And they're gonna have to tell that story of another part-timer just taking off. Bro, there's so many things you can do with this. Like, there's so many things. Let me see. Shane B. All right, Devontae. Come on, man. Hope you're having a good night, bro. Appreciate you. What's up, man? Been watching Raw, was watching Monday Night Raw, and it got me inspired to talk again. I was live earlier, but this Monday Night Raw was so crazy and has so many special things on this Monday Night Raw. I had to come back and talk again because, this Raw was absolutely special. I love this Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you guys think. This Raw was fire. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time too. So we're going to end this now. I'll be back. I'll probably be back for SmackDown, where you'll see more videos on this channel. Monday Night Raw was a banger of a show. Shout out to and congratulations to our new WWE Women's World Champion, IYO Sky. IYO Sky has punched her ticket to WrestleMania against Bianca Belair. So now we have matches. The matches that we have announced for WrestleMania as of today is IYO Sky versus Rhea Ripley, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus Gunther, and Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. This has been a great wrestling week, and the week has only begun. We got NXT tomorrow, and then we have Friday Night SmackDown. This is going to be something special. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. And thank y'all for listening, man. Thank y'all for joining me. And until next time, I'll see y'all soon.